My wife and I are both 32. Since we got married and moved in together 5 months ago, my wife has simply not made nearly enough food for me. This is not a kind of situation where I'm constantly agitated at her for incompetence or anything like that. I would be more than happy to microwave a burrito. I would be more than happy to whip up a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But I can't. My wife has, every single night of our marriage, done the same thing. She'll make me a tiny dinner. I'm talking like a Chinese chicken salad with 30 grams of chicken and 10 leaves of lettuce arranged fashionably with dressing. When I finish eating, I'm still hungry, because for a 230-pound man who works a physical labor job, it's not enough food. At first, I tried to openly communicate with her, but she always took it horribly. She would adopt a 1,000-yard stare, and then begin talking about how incompetent she is, and how she can't even make her husband a proper dinner. I'd try to calm her down with, "Oh honey, that's not the case. I just eat too much," or "Don't worry about it. I can make a bit more." I'd try to be overwhelmingly positive. It never helped. She would always just get incredibly disappointed in herself, cry, and or take it out on me. Then she would make the same exact amount the following day. After the communication route failed, I tried to eat her dinners as is. It became hard to sleep at night due to hunger, and I lost 7 pounds in the first month. Eventually I figured out my own system. On my way home from work, I started swinging by a fast food restaurant and getting myself a burger. I would basically pregame her meals with some more calories. I figured it was win-win, as what she doesn't know can't hurt her, and I could have my fill of food. I would eat on my way home, walk in the door, pick at the salad or quinoa or homemade mac and cheese she made, compliment her for her delicious cooking, and later dispose of the wrappers discreetly. 2 days ago I was on my way home, and in line at a drive-thru. My meal was coming out of the restaurant. She ran over and greeted me. I asked her in a humorous way not to tell her daughter where she saw me, because she'd take it badly, and she agreed, but then she nassed on me anyway. I got home to a furious wife who demanded details. When I provided the truth she got extremely angry and looked legitimately hurt. I'm not good at handling confrontation and feel like I betrayed my wife in some way. Was I wrong here? NTA. You have tried communicating openly and directly with your wife, but she refuses to hear you. You found a harmless way to fix the issue when she refused to make any changes. Any chance your wife has an eating disorder? If he's regularly picking up fast food before dinner, it's far from a harmless fix. Op's wife either wants him to lose weight or she herself has some sort of unhealthy relationship with food. Either way, more communication needs to happen. I wonder what it was like when they were dating and went out to dinner together. It's a little concerning that she goes full passive aggressive when you say something to her. It sounds like she has a really hard time when her carefully crafted mental image of herself is even slightly challenged. NTA. He already told us he spoke with her, and she gets the 1,000-yard stare, then there is crying and carrying on, then her saying she will do better and the next night make the same paltry amount of food. She isn't listening, or it is some kind of control tactic on her part. NTA. But we all knew Mill was gonna snitch. Mill and Sil always snitch. Bro, I think she is putting you on a diet, in a kinda messed up way. It's pretty dumb. My husband had a terrible time when he cut too many calories at once for a diet. Relatives thought he was super sick, and he was exhausted from any physical activity. It's cool if she wants to help, but she's gotta let him pick a diet that's actually healthy. NTA. She put you on a diet without your consent, and is now gaslighting you about it. This is honestly very concerning behavior from his wife. As soon as you find yourself hiding and feeling shame for something as simple as eating food, it's time to reconsider your relationship. I'm not sure I have enough info to call this emotional and borderline physical. He lost 7 pounds in a month, abuse, but it's enough that I would consider staying apart from my spouse while contacting therapists and perhaps a lawyer. NTA. I die on this hill. Babe, if you can't make larger portions, I'll cook from now on. Or tell her to make extra for leftovers to bring for lunch. Then eat it at night, or go back 4 seconds. NTA. Honestly, I find all the "what's to stop you cooking etc" comments so off the mark. Would you say that if a man was controlling a woman's diet and guilting her for stopping for fast food or making a sandwich? Clearly Op and his wife have a setup where he does a physical job and she mostly cooks. Nothing wrong with that. She's controlling his food intake and refusing to adapt to his dietary needs. She applies avoidance tactics when reasonably confronted. She is likely not eating enough herself for dinner, based on the description of a typical meal. All signs point to an eating disorder. Op, get your wife some help please. Eating disorder or something from her upbringing that has left her unable to withstand mild criticism. Looking at you, Mill. NTA. Don't ask an in-law not to narc on you. They will. Every time. Info. Does she have a history of eating disorders? I think you're right here. My uncle used to have to pre-game home meals too, but his wife is a recovered bulimic/anorexic who is still obsessed with everything she digests, literally all she will talk about. NTA. Your wife is playing the victim here. Plot twist. Do some grocery shopping, buy yourself some streaks and just make yourself dinner. Your wife can make herself a salad and make you a side salad while you cook up a steak quick. Stopping for fast food every day will catch up quick too. And it's really unhealthy to eat fast food daily. Edited to add, I absolutely get fast food, like 2 or 3 times a week, but if given the choice, I prefer to eat healthier BC my digestive system agrees with it better than fast food. Just wanted to mention that I'm not an elitist, but someone who eats fast food daily is putting themselves at a risk for high blood pressure and or diabetes. NTA. Just cook your own food. If she makes a fuss, just communicate that she is simply not making enough food, and despite telling her repeatedly, she refuses to increase the amount. Although, from her reactions, she might be trying to get you to lose weight. Barring any cultural mealtime differences, that's my vote too. She wants him to lose weight, but doesn't want to tell him that she wants him to lose weight. The tears and self-depreciation are her ways control the narrative. If he has to tell her how great she is to make her stop crying, she doesn't have to change the meals, because he doesn't want her to cry again. NTA. It sounds like your wife is trying to force you to lose weight, and using tears to make you back down. Openly make a sandwich every night 30 minutes after dinner, and refuse to play her game. Point. I have no idea if you need to lose weight, but being forced to diet is gross. NTA. Your wife is a crybully. She is abusing you, but crying to make herself the victim when you stand up for yourself. Crybully. Have not heard that term before, but will likely use it in the future. I've always just said the person is acting like a toddler. Eating fast food every night is not a healthy answer to your problem. You should be able to eat the food you want/need in your own home. The fact that your wife refuses to listen to your needs is baffling. NTA. WTF. You are a grown man. Eat what you want. Your wife needs to drop this weird food controlling shit. NTA. Stop getting fast food though. It's not good for you, and you deserve better nutrition. What she's doing, the whole crying and saying she's the worst wife ever and all that, is manipulative AF. I'd just start cooking my own food and she can cry, or do what she wants. This is crazy.